what never fails to completely astound me is how wrong they got it. I think it's one of the things that in 50, 100 years that humans will look back on this time, this period of time, and they'll look back on it with a sense of shock. And it'll be similar to the way we look back on the way doctors used to prescribe smoking, because they've just got it completely wrong. Completely wrong. And the more I think about it, the more I read about it, the more I understand that how much manipulation was gone into this, how much money was paid off just so people could get richer, how much governments were just ignorant and not revealing things to the public. It's truly beyond my ability to express how appalling, how shocking this stuff is. How wrong they got it is so just deeply, deeply problematic. If we look at the old food triangle that they used to talk about, where the grains were the biggest part, and then it moved up and up, and then meat was the second top, and then sweets at the top. If you pretty much turn that upside down, you'll be closer to health than than what they've suggested. Their obsession with plants and grains and these artificial vegetables that are full of toxins is insane. So I wanted to make a video about this because I'm quite passionate about it. I do think about it a lot. Just some ideas that express pretty much how governments and just the general consensus got it so wrong. Pretty much the opposite of what we should do for health. So the government tells you not to eat saturated fat, but eat a ton of it. Eat as much as you want of it. Eat butter. They say not to eat butter. They say not to eat eggs, not to eat red meat. Eat it every day and all day. I eat tons of red meat. Tons and tons of it. I eat tons of chicken thighs. I eat all the saturated fat. Butter and coconut oil and whatever you want. This stuff is awesome for you. There has been studies since, and there has been investigations since that show that there were industries paid off to create studies that support the seed oils and the low-fat diets and everything, and it's truly disgusting. Do the opposite in this sense. Eat as much eggs and butter and red meat as you want, and you'll see your health transform, for sure. It's the same with the sun. The sun, what you notice is when you go carnivore or even keto, is the sun doesn't affect you as much. I believe these issues with sun cancer come more from diet than anything else. Skin cancer. There are theories that say that seed oils and excess carbohydrates and grains and plants in general are causing a lot of these kind of issues with the sun and skin cancer. There's no way that the sun is bad for us. We evolved with the sun. It's our diets, these diets that the government are suggesting that are killing us, the seed oils and the grains and the excess sugars and carbs and essentially a plant-based diet that they encourage us all to eat. Just avoid these and get some sun, and you'll feel better, you'll look better, everything will get better, you'll sleep better. They've also encouraged us to eat seed oils, and these things are toxic to humans. If you look on YouTube for videos of how they make these things, it's appalling. It's disgusting. It's essentially just this chemical that you can use as motor oil, and I believe that's where it comes from. Vegetables processed with other chemicals, other lethal chemicals, to the point that they've just gotten the oils out of these things that aren't even oily. It's really scary. Do not ever eat these things under any circumstance. They're killing us. They say fruits and vegetables are grains. Fiber in general is essential for our health. Very important that we have fiber, that it feeds the microbiome, that it allows you to go to the bathroom, all this stuff. It's all bullshit. We don't need any fiber. One of the things I notice if I remove fiber completely is I don't need to go to the toilet as much. There's zero bloating when I eat. There's zero pain when I eat. All carnivores will tell you this. When they cut out the fiber and just eat meat, your digestion is awesome. Sometimes there's a period of time where you get diarrhea, but then it goes away and it's awesome. You don't need to use the toilet as much. They've convinced us that fiber is essential, but fiber is problematic. We all eat these plant-based diets that cause so many problems, so much bloating and farting and constantly going to the toilet. Of course this is wearing the body down. Of course this is causing issues. It is not essential for the microbiome. The body copes really well without fiber. So minimize your fiber. I mean, I eat maybe an avocado every day, maybe 1 or 2 pieces of fruit maximum. Sometimes I won't eat any fiber at all, and it's fine, it's better. These vegetables and grains that they encourage us to eat have only been around for the last 10,000 years, some of them even less. We're not designed to eat these things in the quantities that we do. The amount of processing that they need to go through in order to make them not poisonous, the amount of crossbreeding and etc. throughout our history that they've had to go through to try to make them, not be poisonous. Most of these vegetables in nature are poisonous. The plants don't want their roots, stems, and leaves eaten. They only want the fruit eaten. That's why it tastes good. But humans have adapted these vegetables and grains in order to suit us. We've cross-pollinated them and whatever in order to make them bigger and shinier and juicier than they are in nature. They're full of toxins. You do not need them at all. Everyone thinks vegetables are healthy for you, but the more you look into them, the more you look into where they come from, the more you look into the oxalates and the problems that they contain, the more you realize, wow, replace all these plants and the grains and the vegetables with meat. Replace it with animal foods and your health will get so much better. Eat an avocado, eat a piece of fruit every day, keep it limited, and you'll feel amazing. The other thing is dairy. That's another thing that they've sort of, because of the saturated fat in it, I think they've tried to limit us. But dairy is amazing. Well, we've been eating it drinking and eating it for so long. But I think the problem is that because we pasteurize and homogenize it, this is what's causing everyone to become lactose intolerant. There are countries where they haven't done that to the milk. Everyone just drinks raw milk, and the incidences of lactose intolerant are basically intolerance are non-existent. So drink raw milk, eat butter, have natural Greek yogurt with your piece of fruit every day. It's awesome for the gut. I find if I don't tolerate dairy that well myself, and I haven't for a long time. But what I do find is if I eat a small amount of Greek yogurt, my digestion's a lot better very quickly. These things have been used for thousands of years, long time for gut issues. Really good for us, so don't ignore them if you can tolerate them, obviously. Bacon's another one. Bacon is better than 99% of the foods that they recommend. All these plants and seed oils and nonsense. It's bullshit. Eat bacon. Eat it every day. It doesn't matter. It's full of saturated fat, protein, awesome things for you, and it will fill you up. Eat it and you'll feel a lot better. Have bacon and eggs whenever you want. The other thing, and the last thing is the meal recommendation that they recommend 3 smaller meals rather than large meals, and be careful of fasting and all this stuff. For those of you who have fasted, you'll know how good you feel. Once you get over the first few fasts, you've realized how clear your mind is, how good your body feels. Fasting is amazing. The only problem with fasting is it can cause issues with food in terms of problems with binge eating and psychological issues and stuff for some people, but not everyone. That's only because of the bullshit foods that are available so cheaply and easily now. Fasting is the way of the body cleaning itself of all the cells, all the problematic cells in the body, all the cancerous cells, all the issues that happens. It's its natural way for it to eat the problems. I swing in and out of ketosis quite frequently. I feel ketosis does a similar thing to fasting. So I eat my food in a 6-hour window, so I get an 18-hour fast every day. Every now and then I'll do a 24 to 48-hour fast. And what I'm intending to do is a 7-day fast once a year, just to really clean up things in the body. So pretty much that's it. Ignore what they say. Have a look at what people are saying makes them healthy. It's never these balanced government issued diets that they suggest. There's a reason why everyone's sick, and it's this nonsense that they're supporting. So eat like this and you'll see your body, your mind, and your life change really quickly. Thanks, guys.